A few days left that you are a teenager, just a few days left. That's the most wins from a teenager since this format in the 1000s came to life in 2009. That's 50 of them. You're playing great tennis. It's such a pleasure to have you here in Tennis Paradise.
At just 21 years old, Coco Gauff just smashed a milestone most tennis pros chase their whole lives. The tennis world woke up buzzing, and listen to this, the numbers were flat out wild. This isn't just another win, this is history unfolding in real time, and somehow people are still trying to play it down. So hold up, drop a comment right now. Do you think Coco Gauff is already on a path to all-time greatness, or is it too soon to say that out loud? Coco Gauff just reached 250 career wins on the WTA Tour at only 21 years and 311 days old. Let that sit for a second. 250 wins. Before she can even rent a car in some places, she's already stacked 250,000 victories against the best players on earth. And according to Opta, she's the youngest player to hit this mark since Caroline Wozniacki did it back in 2011 at 20 years and 316 days old. Coco Gauff missed Wozniacki's record by just 5 days. 5 days! That's how razor-thin the line was between historic and even more historic. But let's be honest for a moment. The fact that she's even being mentioned alongside someone like Wozniacki, who became world #1 and won a Grand Slam, tells you exactly where Gauff's career is headed. This isn't a fluke. This isn't beginner's luck. This is sustained dominance, year after year on the biggest stages in tennis. And she's pulling this off while most people her age are still trying to figure life out. The milestone came at the Australian Open, already one of the most physically punishing tournaments on the calendar. Melbourne in January is no joke. The heat is unforgiving, the competition is ruthless, and the pressure is next level. And still, Gauff cruised through her first-round match against world number 93 Kamila Rakimova, winning 6-2, 3-6.
Oh, magic! That's woken them up on the Rod Laver Arena.
No drama, no 5-set thriller, just business as usual for someone who has been doing this at the highest level since she was a teenager.
No chaos, no 5-set marathon, just straight business from someone who's been operating at an elite level since she was basically a kid. And hold up, let's really sit with that for a second. Gauff officially announced herself to the world at Wimbledon in 2019 when she was only 15 years old. 15! She took out Venus Williams in the first round, and overnight the tennis world was locked in on a teenager who couldn't even drive yet was out here toppling legends on grass.
It's a dream debut for the 15-year-old.
That moment could
It was a picture-perfect debut for a 15-year-old. That moment easily could have been the high point of her entire career. She could have been a one-hit wonder, a feel-good story people smile about years later, and nothing beyond that. But instead, she turned that moment into a launch button. From there, Gauff methodically leveled up every part of her game. Her serve got heavier, her movement became flat-out ridiculous. Her mental toughness in big moments is light years ahead of her age. She's not just leaning on raw athleticism anymore. She's reading matches, adjusting on the fly, and outthinking opponents with far more experience. That's the difference between talent and obsession. The 250-win milestone puts all of that growth on full display. This isn't just about natural gifts, it's about clocking in day after day, match after match, tournament after tournament, and still finding ways to win. Some days, everything feels easy and clicks perfectly. Other days, you're drained, sore, mentally fried, and you still have to compete. Gauff has done that consistently for years, and that's what separates good from truly great. Her resume is already wild for someone whose brain isn't even fully developed yet. She won the US Open in 2023, her first Grand Slam title, and did it in front of a home crowd in New York. The pressure in that moment was unreal, and she handled it like she'd lived there before. And no, that win wasn't a fluke. She's kept the momentum rolling, making deep runs and proving she belongs in best-in-the-world conversations. Now she's at the Australian Open, ranked number 3 globally, with a projected road that's anything but easy. She's already taken out Rakimova and Olga Danilovic in straight sets, and the difficulty only ramps up from here. If the projections hold, she could see Karolina Muchova in the 4th round, Mira Andreeva or Elina Svitolina in the quarters, and possibly Aryna Sabalenka in the semis. That's an absolute gauntlet of opponents. And if Gauff survives all of that, she's likely staring down Iga Swiatek in the final. No pressure, right? But here's the part people keep missing. Gauff has been in moments like this before, and she never looks rattled. Her 2026 record so far sits at 4-1, and honestly, she's playing some of the cleanest tennis of her career. Her movement on hard courts is elite. Her ability to tailor her game to whoever is across the net keeps getting sharper. And mentally, she's as tough as anyone on tour. That combination should scare her competition because it screams that she's nowhere near her ceiling yet. Now, zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. Women's tennis right now is loaded. You've got Swiatek dominating on clay and always dangerous on hard courts. You've got Sabalenka, the reigning Australian Open champion, playing with ridiculous confidence. Then there's Elena Rybakina, Jessica Pegula, and a deep list of players who can beat anyone on any given day. The field is brutal, yet Gauff is still stacking wins at a historic rate. That's not easy. That's borderline absurd. And somehow, people still try to minimize what she's doing. Scroll the comments and you'll see folks saying she hasn't won enough slams, that she's overrated, or that others her age did more. First of all, relax. She's 21, owns a US Open title, and already has 250 career wins. What more do people actually want? Second, calling her overrated is comical. She's ranked number 3 in the world. She's beating top-tier players consistently. She's making deep Grand Slam runs. That's not hype, that's production. The comparisons to other young stars in tennis history are inevitable, and honestly, Gauff holds her own just fine. Obviously, Serena Williams is the gold standard, and nobody's claiming Gauff is there yet. But Serena didn't reach 250 wins this young either. Neither did plenty of other all-time greats. The fact that Gauff is even mentioned alongside legends like that says everything about how special her trajectory has been. What makes it even crazier is how she's handled the spotlight. Being a young black woman in tennis comes with a completely different level of scrutiny. The pressure is relentless. The Serena and Venus comparisons never stop. The expectations are sky high. And through all of that, Gauff has kept improving and winning. That takes a rare kind of mental strength, and she's proven again and again that she has it. Off the court, Gauff has also stepped into her voice. She's spoken out on racial inequality, used her platform for real issues, and shown maturity well beyond her years. That's not easy when you're also chasing greatness at the highest level of sports. But she's balanced both, which is why she's respected far beyond just tennis. So the real question is, what's next for Coco Gauff? If the first 250 wins tell us anything, it's that we might be watching the early chapters of one of the greatest careers tennis has ever seen. She has the talent, she has the work ethic, she has the mindset, and most importantly, she has time. She's 21 years old. She could realistically stay at this level for another decade, maybe even longer. That should scare everybody else on tour. And the wildest part is, she's still leveling up. Her serve keeps getting better, her net game is tighter, her ability to close out close matches is becoming more automatic. Those small upgrades add up fast. That's the gap between a great player and an all-time great. Gauff is clearly walking that path, and if she stays healthy and keeps grinding, there's no real reason she can't reach that tier. Now, nothing is guaranteed in sports. Injuries happen, slumps happen, and competition never lets up. But let's be honest,
Betting against Coco Gauff right now feels foolish. She's been shutting down doubters since she was 15, and there's zero sign of slowdown. This 250-win milestone is just another reminder that we're watching something special unfold live. And don't forget, this happened at the Australian Open, one of the 4 biggest stages in the entire sport. She didn't pad stats at some low-level event. She did this under the brightest lights against the best in the world. That context matters. Actually, that context is everything. The tennis world is buzzing, almost stunned. But honestly, should anyone really be shocked? Gauff has been doing unreal things since her teenage years. She's been outperforming expectations her whole career. At some point, the surprise should wear off. We might just need to accept that greatness is forming right in front of us. Yes, 250 wins are historic, but something tells me this will feel like a footnote 20 years from now. Because if she keeps this pace, we'll be talking about 500 wins, 700 wins, multiple slams, maybe even a career Grand Slam. Right now, though, her focus is locked on the Australian Open. She's chasing another major to add to the resume. And if she pulls that off, it sends a loud message. Not just a great young player, but one of the best players in the world, period. The road ahead isn't easy, but she's proven again and again that pressure doesn't scare her. So don't be shocked if we're back here in a couple of weeks talking about her winning it all. Here's the bottom line. Coco Gauff reaching 250 career wins at 21 years old is massive. Most players never touch that number at any point in their careers. She did it before even hitting her prime. This is something the tennis world should be celebrating. It's rare, it's historic, and it's a preview of what's coming. Coco Gauff isn't just the future of women's tennis, she's the present. And if you're not tuned in right now, you're missing something truly special. So, there it is. Coco Gauff made history at the Australian Open, and this story is just getting started.